Hi guys, it's Kevin. If you haven't slept under a rock for the last few years, you already know about how big is becoming this artificial intelligence trend, and it's not just a trend, it's really a revolution in the whole world, probably. And we are getting really to a point of change, okay? Because AI is really ready for the big jump, in my opinion. 2025 is the year where we're gonna see we're already seeing some crazy stuff. Like you can really not distinguish, probably already noticed that you cannot even distinguish on social media what is AI generated, what is true. A lot of publishers and editorial market in general is becoming slowly aware of these technologies, and people are starting to use it intensively inside their businesses. And I am one of them, guys, okay? I am testing and slowly getting to the conclusion that AI is really here to stay, and it's gonna be able to do everything pretty much. And today I will show you the best tool I found after hours and hours of testing, and I will tell you which one are we are gonna rank them, okay? The most important to the least important for your publishing business. So I've got like 15 probably tools or more, and we're gonna review all of them and tell you like how I use them and place them inside this ranking, okay? So make sure to stick until the end because the best will probably be in the end, as always. And like this video if you like this idea, subscribe to the channel, book a call with me one-on-one in the description, and now let's get started. So the first tool is gonna be Midjourney. And we all know that images, like a book is composed by two things, pretty much, text and images. And images is one of the most important things you can have inside your book. And it's really a big added value compared to like before having tools like Midjourney. It's a very big value to add images and illustration and being able to create them for free instead of just paying an illustrator at least $20 per illustration to create decent level things. Now it can be done for free. You need to use and learn how to prompt and how to tell Midjourney things. Overall, I think it is the best tool to create the best quality images. I'm not a big fan in general of some issue it has, like it's not very good with managing text, and it's not yet super performant in my opinion. Like there is a tool that I prefer, and I will tell you later. And for still Midjourney, it's the most versatile. Like it's the one that can generate the highest quality in the most possible of style that you can imagine. So I will place it in the A tier, not S tier because I will use another image generator, but we will leave it in the A tier. So make sure to try it. Second tool in our tier list is gonna be Manus AI. Okay, this is a new thing. It is part already of the agent thing. If you don't know, like an agent is pretty much an AI that can do multiple tasks. Okay, not only do the task we tell them, but they can also not only tell us what to do, but also do the actual task. Okay, so for example, you tell him I want to do a PDF with activities for kids. What are the activities I should include? Manus potentially is also able to execute. So connect to another tool and actually create the thing, and then create a website, and then create everything. Okay, simplified. Or you tell him like, write me a mail for doing this. Like you tell him send the email, and you plug it into your Gmail, and it's gonna actually send, not only write the email. This is the difference from an AI language model and an actual agent. Manus is the most easy way to start using agents, and it is super intuitive. It looks like a normal chatbot. It still is just developed, like it's a Chinese startup, by the way, so just always be careful with your data and everything. But this is super strong. I highly suggest you to try it, especially for research. If you tell him like making a research on this topic or what are the competitor, it's the one that is gonna actually think how to do it and then actually execute on the research. So it's super powerful. It's not fully developed yet, like there are still some error and things that could be improved. For this reason, especially for our publishing business, I will leave this in the B tier for the moment. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna scale the ranking pretty soon. The tool for today's tier list is Adobe Firefly. And this is integrated, it's not a tool itself, maybe it is a generation, but it is integrated in Photoshop, for example, or in Illustrator. Guys, if you use these tools for your business, and I would suggest you do, initially you can use Canva, but when you want to create actual quality stuff, you need to learn how to use Photoshop and Illustrator or hire people that can do that. And this AI is the best one for doing the editing to picture, for example. All you can generate stuff with Midjourney, but you cannot edit them properly. Like if you want to regenerate a part or change the text or something like that, Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator or InDesign, for example, to create books, I always forget the name. This is really the best way to edit images. Like for example, when the ants are generated in a weird way, or the text, or some random elements, or like the shoes, like one look big and one look more small, this is gonna be the way to edit them. And it's the fastest. You can just regenerate a small part of the image. Same you can do it in InDesign when you're creating, like, when you are actually formatting the book. If you want to do some little edits, this is gonna be very helpful. It might not be named Firefly, like I'm not 100% sure, but I think all the Adobe apps have integrated this Firefly tool. So yeah, this guy in the A tier for sure, 1000%. It has potential to go in the S when they like optimize some, because sometimes it takes time and multiple iteration to get to the wanted result. But if they optimize that thing, guys, this is the go-to for editing and optimizing all your images. So make sure you give it a try. You can get like the full Adobe suite for like, I don't know, $50 per month or even less. So like, it's not like a couple years ago where you had to spend upfront thousands of dollars for all these tools. So make sure you give it a try. Next AI for today is gonna be Canva AI, and also the most underwhelming yet. I have big expectation for this AI, but I don't think it was really well integrated in the software. It doesn't do what it promised to do, really. Like if you try to give it some more advanced prompts, it's gonna fail and create like some pretty much random stuff. Images doesn't look that good in my opinion. It does some useful function, for example, when you are like working on like a book or a cover or whatever, like, I don't know, the background remover, which is kind of decent, the text grabbing kind of decent as well, but like I never use it pretty much. Like I'd rather use these, for example, than Canva AI. So this is gonna go in C tier. I hope they improve it in the future. I'm not putting D because, as I say, like it has some useful function and it works almost decently, but we are not there yet. Like it's really a lot of improvement, and they sold it like as it was the solution to all our problems when they've done like the presentation and like the paper, etc. But it's really not. So I'm gonna just leave it inside the C tier. Next AI tool is gonna be Story Spark, which is not a model or like a super advanced thing yet, but it's just a website that probably integrating like multiple AI and API and stuff. They allow you to generate stories with illustration and like also stories for specific types of readers. So for kids, obviously, you can upload your images and create your own characters and choose also the style of illustration, choose the style of writing, choose the target age for kids, for example, and they give you the right to publish actually and sell this thing for just a few bucks per month, like $50 per month. You can generate probably like a lot of stories. And this is a good solution, guys, for if you don't want to get crazy like on all these like ChatGPT and then Midjourney and then learn how to do consistent character, etc., etc. This is a really good solution. They also offer the opportunity to create like stories for kids with ADHD or autism, all this sort of like condition. So this is good for our publisher. I've tried it a few times and it gave me like pretty good results. You can tell what the story is going to be about, who are the character, where is it going to be located, okay, where it's going to happen the story. So yeah, this is a good thing, okay, not super advanced yet. They can do some improvement. So for that reason, I'm going to place it in B tier, but it's a good option for all those who are not like super tech savvy and they just want to create some story that looks good and you have the right to sell them, okay? So check it out. Okay, now we're back with some chatbots and we're going to do the heavy lift pretty soon. Gemini, guys. Gemini is super good. Okay, the new update, the 2.5, is really, or maybe 3, I don't remember which is the version, is really game changer for the research. Gemini has access to the whole Google, all the backend of Google, all the data that Google has. And this is just, nothing compares to it really when you are trying to do deep research, like searching something on the web and getting like a very deep analysis of all the competitors and not only competitor, but about every single topic. Like when you will know if you're trying to write a book about something, you want to get as much information as possible on what you're trying to create and then read it and then understand it and then like, internalize it and also ask questions. So if something is not clear or you're not sure, is this should go or not in your book, you can conversate with Gemini, and it's gonna give you super in-depth insight that no other AI. Like to make you some example, like I've tried a couple of days ago to compare to ChatGPT deep search, to do some deep search, as it says, and Gemini to get me the results, they browse like 300 and more websites, where like ChatGPT only visited like 60 or 60 something websites, to give you like, the difference in how deep and how easy it is for Gemini to do some deep research in the web compared to GPT, for example. So Gemini in the current state, I don't really use it for everyday task, okay? I will put it in the S tier for the research, okay? Because it gives you so much advantages that I'm gonna have to leave it in the S tier. I never used it for everyday task again. I always use like other tools that I'm gonna tell you like pretty soon. And also in the everyday tool of the publishing business, I don't use this. I don't use ChatGPT either, but for research, this is my go-to, like big time. Now we got Notion AI. As you guys, if you're subscribed to my channel, and if you're not, like subscribe just right now. I am pretty much addicted to Notion. Like I have everything about all my businesses, everything is inside Notion pretty much. And when Notion AI was released, I was like, wow, this is gonna be super cool. Actually, I'm always paying for it. Like I always get obviously the premium of Notion AI, but it has some issues. I don't really use it like for chatting, obviously, and I barely use it for asking questions about my workspace, because it is limited. Like you either ask things about the whole workspace or about a specific just a subfolder. Okay, it cannot go deep inside all the folders. So for example, if you have a publishing folder, you cannot just ask questions about the publishing folder. So, what is the next book I have to launch, or what books, like I am halfway in the creation, etc. It's not gonna be able to give you these informations, okay? Or for example, like study all the description of the books I've done and create me one for this, for example. This is not able yet to do that. It has to be optimized. It is good for proofreading stuff, and for example, description, titles, etc. And it's faster than copy pasting into other tool, but it really just saved me like, these 10 seconds. So I will leave it in the C tier for the moment. It has good potential. If you fix these little issues, then it's gonna be really a no-brainer for us publishers. But for the moment, okay guys, next tool is the AI itself, pretty much like the pioneers, and probably the best chatbot available for everyday task. It is good, guys. Like there's nothing to say. It's fast, it's reliable most of the time. Sometimes it's not. It can do everything: analyze data, do deep search, write almost decently. It's super good at recognizing like patterns and analyzing data, so I have to give it to it. But it's not the best one for publishers, in my opinion. It's not the best chatbot you can use. It really lacks creativity most of the times, and it cannot really write in the style you want, at least for me. I cannot really get the results I want. It's not good in managing images prompt, for example. Like, it's not gonna use the style you tell it to use. So to work with Midjourney, for example, there are better tools and there are better options that we're gonna see like in 5 seconds, probably. It's probably gonna be the next tool. And yeah, it's good. Like I cannot say it's not good, like because it's actually super good, but it has some strong limitation for us publisher. Maybe with ChatGPT 5, they will probably be solved. But for the moment, it's gonna go in the A tier, so which is good, but not supreme. Okay, Gemini is better than it in deep research. I use it in my daily life. Like if we were talking about daily life, it's gonna be in the S tier. Like I have pain in my arm, what I have. Like I use ChatGPT actually, but in my publishing business, I use Gemini combined with another chatbot. So, okay, before we have another agent AI, which is N8N. I'm not yet super integrated inside my publishing business, but it really has a lot of potential. I've tried to create some automation and some agents, like kind of processes. For example, when I finish a project connected, for example, to my Notion, then he automatically like update the description or something like that. When I make some update to the brief, then it does updates it tells it to the designer, for example. So it works pretty well. It can work. You can create employees pretty much with this, guys. Like people think things that are gonna replace you with ChatGPT, but like ChatGPT is not gonna replace your job. Like ChatGPT cannot create finished product. Something like this that you can integrate, for example, ChatGPT and then Midjourney and then Gemini for the research and then Canva for assembling. This is what's gonna get away, like take your jobs. Stuff like this has to be studied, and it's agent. And it then is super, super powerful for publishing business. Yet, like given the complication of what we are doing, like we're really doing difficult stuff, like actually creating products and books that can be liked by people and are 5 out of 5, 5-star out of 5. I don't really see an automation yet that can get this done. It's probably gonna change in the next 24 months, I believe. The moment it goes here, if I'm gonna do again this video in 2027, it's probably gonna be somewhere like in this area. And all of you will notice that. And all of you will notice like the big switch in the world. Next tool, guys, is NotebookLM. It's part of Gemini, so it comes with the same subscription, but it is a whole other tool. And this is like super, super good for doing research just from specific websites, YouTube channel, YouTube videos. You can upload a full PDF of a book and integrate it with some other YouTube videos, articles, blogs, etc., etc. And this thing, guys, is gonna interrogate all these sources, and it's from Google, so it has access to like actual YouTube subtitles and all these Google things. It's gonna give you, like you can ask him question, and it's gonna give you results only from these sources that you give him. Like it's really goated because you avoid all the hallucination from Gemini, ChatGPT, etc. They're gonna tell you some like bullshit just to tell you something. Instead of telling I don't know, this guy is gonna tell you I don't know if what you ask is not from these sources. And you understand how powerful it is from doing research for high-level books, for example, or like books that need like really reliable and trusted information. You cannot risk to write it with ChatGPT, okay? Because like it's gonna be trash pretty much. And this is the thing that is gonna save you in this case. You can get information from here and then, you know, use them the way you want. And yeah, this can be really a game changer if you write technical books. By the way, guys, it still requires a lot of work. Like obviously, it's not automatic like all the other tools because you will need to research the source, make sure they're reliable. Because if you like copy paste as random resources, then it's gonna be the same result as any other chatbot. So it's gonna be going the A tier. It has some improvement to do to go to the S tier. For the moment, it's gonna just stay here. Okay. Next tool we have today, guys, is Claude, the chatbot from Anthropic, and I think this is the best chatbot for a publishing business, pretty much. Like it's good directly in the S tier, for sure. It can write pretty much everything. Now the 4.0 version is even more incredible. You can analyze all the data. You can code, like create prompts for all the other AI. Like it's the best at creating prompts for any other AI, for Midjourney, for example, or the other image generation that we're gonna see in a few seconds. It's just too intelligent and too creative as well. Like in writing, it's not even comparable to any other AI, in my opinion. Like this is really the go-to for human style writing, because it can really break like the structure. It can even write in longer sentences. You can use the style you want. You can write in every language. It is just so good. And yeah, like I think it's really the best one for us publisher. I've done hours and hours of testing of all of these. And this is the best one at all these tasks that we are gonna need. So Claude goes in the S tier. And the last tool for today's video, guys, is Intagram, an image generation model. And this is also the best one for publishing, in my opinion. Like this is the best image generator because few reasons, but first thing, it's easier to prompt, in my opinion, in general. It doesn't have all these like weird tags that you have on Midjourney that are pretty hard to understand, at least for me, you know. Maybe some people have it natural. For me, I just understand text. I don't understand all these like tags and whatever. So it's super good. It's way more like the graphical interface is way better. The new 3.0 version is just too good. It can generate images with text on it, and it's amazing at managing text. It has good taste when it comes to publishing, for example, generating cover or A+ content. It's understand what you want somehow. And the best integration with Claude, they work amazingly good together. Obviously, it's not that easy, like you need to find a good way to do that. And obviously, if you join my premium 6-figure publishing club, you will have all this automation and super easy way that I found after hours, days and months, years actually of testing. So, it's not that easy and it's gonna require a lot of time. I will do more videos on this channel if you guys are interested, but it's really require a full course and also like full one-on-one, like me sitting on a call with you and teaching how it works. So make sure to check out the link in the description to apply to be my new one-on-one student and get your business to like you're making it for like 10, 20K per month, and by leveraging AI and all the knowledge I acquired in my last year. You can check also the testimonials, like, most people actually succeed, 80% of them. And yeah, the advertisement is over. But all that to say that you need to really test all these things. Like, none of this AI is gonna change the way or the money you make. What is gonna change the money you make is understanding a system that works and then integrating this thing inside the system and the model that works for you. And that's exactly what I teach inside my one-on-one coaching and what actually works. Like, I've tested, I know for a fact it works. So don't try to go for a shortcut and think about which tool you can use first. First, think about the system and what the customer actually wants. And then if any of these AI fall in the category of being helpful for providing this value to our customer, then you can use it, okay? Don't do the inverse. What value can I provide with the AI? Okay, guys, super, super important concept. Now, those are all the tools that I've been using so far. If you have more to suggest me to review, like, just leave a link in the link. Write them in the comments and I'm gonna review them or add them inside the next thing. If you want a specific tutorial about all of these, just let me know in the comment. And for today's video is everything, guys. I will see you in the next one. Comment, like, subscribe, join the free Skool community as well. Apply for one-on-one coaching. I will see you in the next video. Ciao.